Good afternoon, this is Nicholas from Gandora Gaming, and we have a lot of starter deck news for the One Piece card game. We have 7 brand new starter decks, and this is pretty crazy. I'm not going to lie to you guys. This is absolutely a huge deal for the One Piece card game because we're getting brand new leaders for old existing leaders, which is kind of crazy. So originally I made this video, well, at least I planned to make this video yesterday, but luckily, because of work and life situations, I had to procrastinate it to today. And then they revealed the new Luffy starter deck. It's a new black Luffy, and he is the 2D3Y leader that we knew about was coming. That was going to have to do with raising characters' cost. He's a new black leader, and he's actually pretty solid. So basically, his gimmick is that with 1 Dawn attached to him, he can raise the cost of characters on the field by 1. And then if there's an 8 cost or higher character on field, you gain 1,000 power. So he basically becomes a Katakuri, which is really, really good. So every turn, the idea is that you're going to raise the cost of all your characters, and then you're going to swing for 7 just by putting 1 Dawn on him, which is pretty good. This leader is basically the replacement for the black leader structure deck. And originally, I thought we were just going to get I had a whole video planned going over the 6 new structure decks that we had. I was going to say, well, it makes really no sense that we are getting these structure decks for some of these leaders because some of them already had a structure deck. For example, in the 6 new reveals, which I'm showing on screen right now, we can see Green Uta will have another structure deck, which is kind of crazy because we just got the starter deck for Green Uta literally this month for us in the TCG. That being the Star Deck 11, which is kind of crazy that we're already getting another star deck for her. But there might be some news to this, because we might be getting a new leader for Green Uta, which I didn't have planned. I didn't think we would get new leaders. I just assumed it's going to be a reprint of the same leader again. But based on how we already have a black Luffy leader, and now we have a brand new, different effect black Luffy leader, I think these leaders might have different effects, which is kind of crazy because they left the leaders in the same color. Which is like, are we just getting better versions of each leader? As you can see, we're getting a new Katakuri, a new Dolphy, a blue Dolphy. We're getting a green Uta. We're getting a purple Luffy. We're getting a Whitebeard red. And yeah, we're also, of course, getting the black Smoker. So I was really confused once we have this new black Luffy that's better than the previous black Luffy. Because if you don't know, the previous black Luffy came out of Star Deck of Yamato, that's a set 4, and his whole gimmick was when you, I believe it was when you KO'd a character, you're able to put a Rested Dawn on your leader. So basically like the Luffy effect of red, but it was on black, so it sucked. Even though, funny enough, that leader has actually seen some tops, which is kind of funny, but that's besides the point. The point is, this new black leader for Luffy is going to be a replacement for that black leader. Kind of how, like, Dragon from OPO 7 is going to be replacing OPO 1 starter deck Luffy, the red Luffy, because it's just his effect but 2. So, I don't know. I don't know if we're just getting the leaders reprinted, or if these starter decks that are already coming with reprints are just going to give us new additional leaders for these colors. Like, are we just going to get a different blue Dolphy with a different effect? That could happen. Same thing goes for this yellow Katakuri and this Smoker card. Because at first I was thinking, no, it's just going to be reprinted the same leaders. But if Bandai wants to reprint the same leader, just a better effect, which they've shown out twice with the errata of Blue Black Sakazuki, which is literally the same leader, but they changed his effect and they just made it so that everyone who bought the expensive version has to buy this new promo version. They can't use the old one, which that's a whole other discussion. I feel bad for everyone who's paid money for the expensive Sakazuki, the old arts, and then now they can't even use them, but there's a new version that sucks, that is just a promo, and you have to use the promo version, which is really stupid, especially since all the characteristics besides the effect is the same. That's a whole other story, like I said. But if they're willing to do that with the Sakazuki, and they're willing to do that with the Black Luffy, who's to say we're not going to get new alternate leaders for all these other guys? Like, we could be getting a new Katakuri, a new Whitebeard. That'd be kind of crazy, honestly. And then it's a debate on which category or which Dolphy are you playing. It's also going to be harder to keep track of them. You'd be like, oh, I'm playing Opio 1 Blue Dolphy leader, and my opponent's playing Opio 08 Blue Dolphy leader. And it's like, what? Like, how are you going to keep track of these things? I don't know. It seems interesting. It's not guaranteed that these leaders will be new versions of him, but it only makes sense if we're getting new versions of him because we just got the green Uta structure deck. Why would we be getting another green Uta structure deck if it ain't a different leader? Like, you know what I mean? Like, the only thing I could see is that, yes, we're getting reprints of the new film cards, which is nice, but a lot of the film cards are already reprinted in the first one. So the only thing I would say is, like, there is green promo cards that we are getting in, like, the game. Like, for example, in tournaments, there's these promo green Uta cards that are actually kind of decent that you can only get in tournaments. So maybe that's what the new structure deck's for. It's like, hey, look, this is green Uta structure deck part 2. The same Uta leader, but it's the other cards that also need reprint. So it's going to be like the promo cards, plus the green green Nami that should have been reprinted in the first one. That's going to get reprinted in this one. So who knows there? I really don't know. Same thing goes for like the Whitebeard one. Like, I know we're going to get new cards for all these no matter what, but if we get a new Whitebeard leader, does that mean we're getting reprints for Edward Newgate, the 9-drop, and Marco the Phoenix, the 4-drop? That'd be pretty swell. And I don't know. I really want to see what these structure decks are going to entail. We won't know until later. But this is all kinds of interesting. So you all tell me in the comments what you think. Hope you all enjoy. Don't do anything stupid. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.